And it looks like we're underway, so good luck to both FEARAgent and 1UP. May the random number gods be in your favor, and we got 10 sticks in Link's house.
Yep. Probably not going to be a critical item. We got the blue pendant on Eastern Palace. We got a crystal in Tower of Hera, and it looked like we also had a crystal in Desert Palace.
Very interesting. 1UP's not even bothering with the tree pull, whereas, well, FEARAgent was about to, and then, well, fish can't be killed with a sign, so...
What a fish is doing outside Hyrule Castle is really anybody's guess.
Well, it is Randomizer. Technically, fish are classified as enemies.
Sure, but I mean, how did the fish get there? These are questions that man has to ask himself.
I mean, this is a randomizer of a video game. Video game logic. That explains everything.
Absolutely everything. Got some divergence already. 1UP40 electing to go through the escape sequence. FEARAgent just deciding to head out into the world.
Yeah. Both seem perfectly possible. I mean, having the assured sword. I mean, while you're there, you've got the weapon to go handle escape. You might as well do it. All right, we got a heart container in the escape. Oh, we do have killable thieves. That was one thing we forgot to mention in terms of the Randomizer.
Yes, the Randomizer mode will always have killable thieves, just in case the thieves pop up somewhere where you need to kill them.
Ooh, silver arrows in the Lost Woods shack.
That is a very nice place to find them.
Now, the one thing we should also point out that is critical to Randomizer is the items are laid out first, and then the enemies are laid out. So, if the Randomizer will not try to put enemies like red Igors or red mimics that require the bow, if that trap room is in a place where the bow is not accessible. So, for things like Eastern Palace, where logically you need the bow to get to the Armos Knights, now you don't.
Yeah, so that's really important when you're considering whether, say, Palace of Darkness is going to be bullocked or not. Odds are it's not going to be bullocked because of that logic that the items get put in first.
Been pretty barren so far. Other than that assured sword, we really have not seen much.
No, there's not much in the way of useful items here. But we still got the entirety of South Shore to get to, as well as the item from the bottle vendor and the well.
One thing that was interesting to note was in Zelda's cell, we had 10 bombs, so FEARAgent only really has the 2 left that he needs for the well and Kakariko Blind's Hut, whereas 1UP's got a full stack to work with now. Ooh, Fire Rod.
Fire Rod on the bottom of the well, that is going to be a good pull, depending on whether we need the Fire Rod for, say, Skullwoods or Turtle Rock.
Alright. Usual 5 items in Blind. What does Blind have in store for us today? Ooh, Power Glove. Fisher Price Mine for a shield. Okay, this is starting to pick up a little bit.
Yep. See, it's not really pulling us anywhere firmly yet, but the Power Gloves are always important. If Fear Agent or OneUp wants to, they can loop back around and pick up the items out of the back of Escape.
Alright, time to pay off the bottle vendor. And he's got a mirror today.
That's a really good item to find.
Logically, you would still need the lamp in order to get to Hera. But I would seriously be thinking about making my way up to Death Mountain after doing the South Shore check.
Yeah, runners of this caliber aren't going to be scared of a darkroom nav. But the only problem is that's going to put anything you find up there out of logic, and when can you close the loop is going to be a question. But what we just said doesn't matter anymore because we just found the flute.
Yep, toot toot, there's the flute.
So you know that thing I just said about Death Mountain being out of logic? No, throw that out the window.
Alright. I imagine FEARAgent is going to make a return trip up to Kakariko and get that activated. So, just momentarily, ladies and gentlemen, at this time on our high roll, we ask that you join us. It is time once again for the playing of our national Swag Duck Anthem. And the Hawk's about to rock. We salute you. What's interesting with that flute, we're actually going to see desert where there's the moon pearl.
Hey, there we go. That's going to be important. So all we need now is going to be those Titan's Mitts or the book to pick up that moon pearl.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised. If we see either of them. So that worked out very well for FEARAgent to, with that flute, go ahead and go to desert. And now we're going to see where people would normally go, which is the South Shore. Ooh, Canis Amoria.
That's going to be very useful for our runners.
I gotta say, my Turtle Rock words. Well, there's Master Sword. My Turtle Rock senses are tingling. That's what I was trying to get out.
Yep, this is one more piece of the Turtle Rock pie.
Ooh!
Ooh.
Press F to pay respects. It's funny how I was saying that the seed was pretty barren, and it's certainly picked up since then.
Yep. Though with that flute, the that time loss isn't that huge because he can just flute to 8 or 7 and go back to it.
Yep, which is exactly what he does. Oh. 1UP now beats him there. Or we have some mini Troldorns and mini Helmisars.
Pretty easy, Moldorm Cave.
Ooh, bow!
Pulling the bow out of it. Vital cave.
So 1UP saves and quits. And I think it's gonna, yep, he's gonna do back of escape, which makes sense because he's already done front. So that would check that off. Meanwhile, FEARAgent's heading for Ice Rod Cave.
Ice Rod Cave and Fake Flippering wouldn't be a good play here because I don't have the money for it.
And
he's just gonna decide to nope out.
Apparently.
Now, good to note is even though he can access Death Mountain with the flute, this item from the old man is still going to be out of logic for him without the lamp.
Although, apparently he did not successfully get the old man and just decides to nope out, which, again, with being Randomizer, yeah, you have no idea what's in there right now.
Yeah, trying for the old man pull is a risky proposition when you can't see what you're facing.
We got Ether Medallion on Spectacle Rock. Old man is bringing home an old man, and whoa, hook shot.
Dang, there's your East Death Mountain access.
The FEARAgent about to pick up that Ether Medallion. Probably just has to avoid the fire bar and then head into Hera.
Yep, this is a good place since you're already there and it is a crystal.
And there's the big key, which we still had a fire source, so we would have been able to do the coffee break room, but
that may not be necessary. That's a very good piece of information because that tells you that you don't need the green pendant or you don't need to turn it in.
well, at least that was more of a death warp, I would imagine.
Yeah, no significant time penalty there.
I find it ironic that the old man's bunny sprite is the Stalfos.
That's kind of interesting, yeah. Two more items and another hint. Let's see what we got. And a Lionel. That's going to be somewhat problematic.
Just mildly problematic. A piece of heart is on a boss. Woohoo! Woohoo!
And FEARAgent making the very, very intelligent play of going to fall down on that big chest from above rather than risking the Lionel's wrath. He's sideswiped by the spike.
Oh!
Oh god!
Fully
about the knockback.
Pushed. Oh man.
Good lord.
Alright, let's try that again. There's bacon.
Oh, rewarded richly for his effort.
I gotta say, this is the second Uncle Assured seed that I have seen in this tournament. And in both of those, it was 15 minutes to bacon. In the other one, it was inverted, so butter was uncle.
Not a bad item for the uncle to have. And now we got the very, very glitchy Helmosaur, which we will not be able to do anything about.
Yeah, because FEARAgent is lacking in booms.
And even if he had the booms, that's not a fight I would wish on anybody, not in Model's arena.
It is possible. I mean, to be perfectly honest, given the way the Randomizer is set up, I mean, pretty much from what I've seen, the Randomizer pretty much only either does Trolldorm or Helmosaur in the Hera boss room.
I've seen Vitreous.
You're alright, I have seen Vitreous as well.
We're not gonna try for it.
I mean, it's just 3 bombs. Except that now 1UP is out of bombs.
Yep. He could have had it, but he kept getting bullied a little bit. So if you're 1UP, what's your play right now?
Remember that you don't have the hammer, and go check Paradox Cave, going the south route. Again, this is out of logic because the old man, the actual old man, had the hook shot, and we haven't found the lamp yet.
Yep. So anything he finds here is going to be, who knows when he's going to go back for it. But 1UP doesn't have bombs.
Yeah, that.
So who knows what he thought he was going to achieve.
Now, the one thing that FEARAgent knows that 1UP doesn't, for those that may have just joined us, we know that Desert Ledge has the Moon Pearl, so we still need to find either the Titan's Mitts or the book in order to get Dark World access. Or at least closer to Dark World access, because we're still missing the hammer or the Titan's Mitts for Dark World access.
Exactly correct. So actually, with the Titan's Mitts, is probably going to be the item that our runners want, or that FEARAgent wants to find right now, because he knows that it's going to give him immediate access to Desert Palace as well as the Dark World.
That would also mean that Aga is still technically on the board, because we have no, right now, logically, if we were to get Titan's Mitts, we still would have no way to get to the pod area. Alright, so let's try this Paradox Cave again.
Two items on the bottom floor, 5 items on top. Let's see what we get.
Two bottles of red potion right next to each other.
I mean, sure.
I mean, when do you ever see that?
Only in Randomizer.
RNG, you're gonna RNG. And other than a cane of Brian, that was the most remarkable thing about that Paradox Cave.
Well, the 300 rupees puts oneup40 in range of Zora,
True.
but it'll be a stronger play when he gets the Moon Pearl.
Alright, we have a third bottle with a fairy in Sahasrara's closet.
When I'm doing, oh, okay. I didn't know you could sort of reach past the cannon.
Hope you enjoy a gold ball and chain guard as the last enemy before Spiral Cave.
Temper Sword is going to make it a little bit easier, though. But he only has 3.5 hearts, so you better watch yourself.
One
Or
Temper
he
Sword
could just
spin.
one-shot it.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Wow. Within 2 minutes, we find all 4 bottles.
All 4 bottles in 21 minutes? That's... okay.
So far, that hook shot, even out of logic, hasn't really helped us at all, because logically, the bottle in Sahasrara's closet would get us to whatever Sick Kid has.
Sure, but by the same token, it hasn't hurt us either, because what we don't want to do is find an item that pulls us even further out of logic, because then the loop gets really hard to close.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, realistically, at this point, we have not seen Ice Rod Cave. We have not seen Zora. Those are really the only... And in Eastern, progression's got to be in one of those 5 spots.
Yeah, so just a matter of where. But remember, Eastern Palace isn't fully in logic either, because you got dark rooms.
Oh yeah, there is dark rooms. We did get the big key, so the next 2 chests are in logic. I also did forget about Sick Kid.
Yep, we can loop back there, even without the hook shot, because of the bottle in the back of Sahasrara's closet.
Alright, nothing in Eastern.
No, that's going to be the end of FEARAgent's run.
Alright, so... Ice Rod Cave, Sick Kid, Zora. That's what we're dealing with right now.
Yep. And it looks like we're going to head up to Zora through Ice Rod Cave.
Powder!
Powder's interesting. It doesn't really suggest anything without the hammer.
It does mean something if we... no, you're right, that really doesn't mean anything. So it's either Sick Kid or Zora now.
Yep. That'll give us the chain to find something.
What?
And there it is! This seed just opened up something proper.
That it did. Very sinisterly, because you are still going to have to, walk in the Dark World as a bunny to get to the place to mirror on Desert Ledge. But no Myrtle Dactyl today, so it's actually a pleasant walk.
Pleasant little stroll.
And that is Dark World access for FEARAgent.
Yep, he's gonna pop right back in there. We're gonna see Desert Palace. We're gonna see the Mire Shed. We're gonna see Checkerboard Cave. This is actually a really efficient route for him.
Alright, we got Quake on the torch. Alright, bombs in a heart container in the left side swamp, so we know left side swamp is not going to be necessary. Hey, at least one of these hints actually has something in the use.
Yep, version 30 includes hint tiles in place of the telepathic Sahasrara tiles, which will often give you clues as to isolated locations that you don't normally want to check. So left side swamp house, whatever's firelocked in mire, something in the Hera basement, etc. You get the idea.
Yep, and on 1UP's end, we saw that ether is what we need for mire. So 1UP could actually go into mire and finish it right now, but logically that's not possible without the hook shot.
Yep. So that the lamp is going to be haunting oneup40 for a little bit if he's interested in staying closer to logic.
What's going to be interesting is, at this point, the only reason why we would need Quake is for is if we need it for Turtle Rock. So it's going to be interesting to see if that's what ends up happening. Both runners finishing this off, they're going to have to remember they have to come back for Quake if it's for Turtle Rock.
Yeah, I don't think that completing Mr. Meyer is going to be 1UP's play just because of the dark rooms, but you never know. If he feels like he's being a little bit more aggressive, he might.
Alright, so now we are approaching one of the fun parts of Randomizer. Well, actually, we saw Helmasaur, so we've already seen it, but now we get to see what boss might be waiting for us in Lamulus. Lamulus' cell.
Let's see what we got.
Armos Knights.
It's going to be a nice, easy fight with silvers.
Ashes, ashes, the Armos Knights fall down.
And they reward FEARAgent with a compass.
Alright, map check from 1UP. We got pendants at Pod and Thieves Town.
We got crystals at Skullwoods, Turtle Rock, Swamp Palace, and Ice Palace.
Did we see which one was the other 5-6?
Yep, Mr. Meyer.
Alright. Alright, what is the second item in Desert? $20.
Nothing of value. So now FEARAgent's play is going to be to check these overworld chests. He can't even, out of logic, poke into Meyer. He's not gonna, he wouldn't want to anyway, so what is his play going to be?
Skullwoods? That probably makes the most sense.
So which is a viable play, yeah. There you go, Fear. Now, 1UP has a slightly wider set of options. With that hook shot, he could, if he wanted to, go into Swamp and clear it out.
You mean
Because he has that mirror. No, he could go into Swamp.
You need the flippers.
Oh, that's right. You can't fake Flipper Swamp.
Yeah, there's a small problem there.
Small problem. Forgot about that. I'm so used to fake flippers.
Nah, it's alright. Believe me, I'll make those dumb mistakes at some point in this race.
Actually, he could out of logic Ice Palace if he wanted to. By fake flippering to it.
Yeah, FEARAgent could do that also.
Yup. But one-up has a hook shot, which makes it a little easier.
Mm-hmm.
If he needs it.
So people in chat are saying that also. Oh, one-up also. Neither of them have the hammer, so you'd only be able to check the first chest in Swamp.
Oh right, because there are a couple of those little laughing things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh right, and you need the hammer. You need the hammer for a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's almost like the game. It's almost like the game knew you need it, so they gave it to you.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, FEARAgent getting wall mastered. And we have 2 Henoxes in the front room of Meyer. That's just sadistic.
They're not easy to kill, but they don't disappear on you like Wizards do, so... Huh, did he just get hit by that fireball on a different Z level?
Nope, he's at full health.
No, he got hit by that firebar.
I mean, he's got... maybe I might have missed something.
Yeah, oneup40 definitely got hit by the firebar that was on a different Z level.
Oh, I was looking... I thought you were referring to FEARAgent.
Oh, no, oneup40.
My apologies. See, I told you I was gonna make a dumb mistake at some point. We also got half magic.
Which isn't a bad pull. And let's see who we're gonna face down here.
We are going to face...
Landmolus.
Landmolus. Alright, that's 2 down. Down they go.
oneup40 taking an unfortunate death having to burn that berry he's got.
I think there were 2 fairy bottles that we have, so he would have 1 more if something unfortunate were to happen.
So if you're one-up and you're sitting here in Mire, do you brave the darkroom?
If I know how to do it, yes. If I suck at this game and don't know how to do it, no. But then again, I suck at this game.
Bear in mind also that in the Analyzer, it's going to be a grab bag as to what he's going to find. So even if he does know darkrooms in NMG, there's no guarantee that he's going to know how to deal with the patterns.
This is true. This is very true. And we got a piece of chivalry in Meyer.
Yep. We know that's not going to give him anything logical.
Now that I'm watching oneup making his way to Vitreous, I would go ahead and say that, seeing as oneup did go ahead and do did go ahead and do the dark room to get the old man to get the hook shot, I imagine he is gonna do the dark room. And wow, BMOS in that most inconvenient spot means you have to take a fall just to get back to the door.
Welcome to Randomizer.
Speaking of which, here we go again. Dark rooms, having to make your way through dark room mire.
Dark room having no idea what you're facing. Trying to find that door. Trying to find that switch to open the door.
I think he got it there. Yep, there we go.
There we go.
Somebody want to explain why there's a bush guard in a floor of a crypt?
Nobody knows, dude.
Alright.
Bullied by the anti-fairy. Because it's in the forest, I will accept that answer. And one up making it through the dark rooms, very well done.
Only one heart left, so...
Yeah, so...
Oh,
he's about to get bullied.
And he got the red potion, though. We forgot he had both of those red potions.
Very nice.
So you think either runner's going to pick up the Arrow of Destiny in Bumper Cave?
Not likely.
That's what I figured. And we got Mothula in Vitreous. That goo is still poisonous.
Yep, the goo and the poison effect attached to it, or the damage field attached to it, belongs to the arena, not to Vitreous. So whenever you see Vitreous in another arena, he's not going to have that field, which is going to make the fight significantly easier. Let's see what we get out of Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb.
Hammer time!
Well, there's that hammer we've been looking for. FEARAgent deciding not to try the not to open the King's Tomb.
Also looks like he made a mistake.
Didn't realize he didn't have the mushroom.
I think he was trying to get back to 1.
That's also possible, yep.
Alright, so... we know for certain that lamp blocks hook shot, so logically we need to get that lamp. We need Ice Rod for well, I say we need Ice Rod for Turtle Rock, but it's really just a matter of if we run into any Trinexes, we actually don't need that Ice Rod if we don't.
Yep.
We will need the flippers because of Swamp Palace. And maybe Quake, which would be boots locked for if Quake is needed for Turtle Rock.
Yep. So FEARAgent needs to find that lamp if he wants to get that hook shot, because he doesn't seem to want to go back and try that again.
One thing that would also point out in that list of things that we need to clear all the crystal dungeons is conveniently none of those, except for the lamp, do you need to clear out the pendant dungeons. So all of that is possible to be on the pedestal. Alright, let's try that Helmasar fight again.
Yep, now with more bombs. Let's see if we can pull it off.
And also, more importantly...
And more hammer. But you gotta be careful, it's easy to get bullied off the platform.
I usually call that hole the troll hole for Trolldorm, but it's a bit trolly for a different reason today.
Yep. And really, if you think about it, it's hard to say what items could be on Ped, because of the bosses that we could face in the Pendant Dungeon. If we face Trinex in a Pendant Dungeon, then that pulls the Ice Rod off of the pedestal.
Alright, Helmasar down.
Rewarded with what we know to be a useless small key, because he doesn't need to go to the basement. Or no, that was a clue for West Side Swamp. He could need to go to the basement, depending on the item count.
I think it will all depend on if FEARAgent goes back in, and he does.
Yep, so he knows something's down there.
Nope, he checks to see that it was
Noped out. $20 on the floating island, that's not something we're gonna go for. Getting chased down just a little bit by that guard. And it looks like we are going to get the information on that Turtle Rock Medallion. Let's see what we're dealing with today.
Yeah, first we're going to see Super Buddy Cave, and then we're going to see probably Hookshot Cave. But also, I forget FEARAgent hasn't done Paradox Cave, so of course he's going to strategically take care of both at the same time.
Going to be decently rewarded for it. One up checking Bumper, getting the information that is worthless.
Actually, I joked earlier about the Cane of Brian being useless for in Paradox Cave, but now that actually would open up. That opens up Spike Cave.
Yes, it does. It does. It will give him access with that hammer and the health items he has. He can go through Spike Cave and pick up whatever's there. And as you know, Spike Cave is never important until it is.
Ooh, flippers
There are
and
flippers
lamp.
and our lamp. So that puts FEARAgent into logic to get the hook shot, and then he can move on to Ice Palace, Swamp, wherever he wants to go, basically.
Which means the logic intended you to get the hammer to get the hook shot. And we got Bombos, so 1, we haven't found Bombos. 2, we don't have to go back to desert to get Quake.
Nope. So see you later, Desert Palace. We're not coming back. And because oneup didn't really capitalize on that hook shot, that means that the lead that oneup40 might have had due to finding it out of logic has now more or less evaporated.
Spike Cave just having $5. Alright, time for some hype. Heart container. Treble bombs. Piece of heart. 10 sticks. Red meringue. Yeah.
I'm gonna say that that's a pretty lousy hype cave.
I think that bomb that FEARAgent was left intentionally.
So we know that Old Man needs to be FEARAgent's play ASAP.
Yeah. And there's that ice rod on Lake Hylia Island. FEARAgent still has some plays left because there's still Ice Palace. We have a Jesus walking Lionel on the Lake Hylia.
That ain't something you see every day.
It's things you see in Randomizer.
FEARAgent seems to be very confused by that Lionel. He don't know what he's doing.
I think he was having a problem trying to get through that portal in order to go check Waterfall of Wishing.
Up to Zora. There's not a whole lot in the Zora can have for us that's going to be valuable. I mean, he could have the Bombos medallion. That would be pretty useful.
And just $20 on the Zora ledge. And see, to your point, Claymore, this is why, whenever we get to this time, I always like to point out that there once was a fish named Zora, and he could see flippers in vanilla, but in Rando he sucks. For $500, we did this stupid trick. For bombos!
You were saying, Jexrefi?
I will. Okay, but Zork is worth it. Well, that opens up Turtle Rock.
It does, and it would tend to make it completable even if Trinex is hiding in there.
And now with that, Lamp FEARAgent is about to get the hook shot from the old man.
Yep, now able to see that enemy pattern.
Are we in no mode?
I actually don't know.
I think that might be. I think that's go mode because I can't think of. Boots would only lock the one chest, the one torch in GT. We're good on Swamp. We're good on FEARAgent. 50 minutes in is into go mode.
That's a pretty quick seed.
Hookshot was on the old man. We found that a while ago when oneup was able to do it at the dark room. So now oneup desperately needs to go back to Death Mountain and get the lamp and the flippers from Super Bunny Cave. And then go to Zora to get the bombos.
Yep, so oneup40's logic jump right here is not exactly biting him, but it's not serving him anymore.
Ooh, and wait, does oneup have? Does oneup have the lamp and the flippers already? Because I don't know why else he would be trying to go into Swamp at this point.
Apparently he does. One second. Well, if he menus, we'll see it, or if he jumps in the water, we'll see it. Clearly he has flippers.
We also have the joke hint on that tile, which most of them are jokes to begin with, but whatever. Double dead rocked. That is.
Oh, right in front of the door, and with no Quake medallion, you can't get rid of him.
Powder will do it though.
Yep. Once they wake back up.
Well, at least the Randomizer put a whole bunch of red enemies in that trap room. Alright, so we know One Up has got to go to Zora to get the Bombos medallion, which is honestly probably one of the last things he wants to be thinking about right now.
Yeah, this isn't going to be great.
Yeah, I think FEARAgent knows he's in go mode because he's going straight for the Ice Palace boss room, which momentarily, after a hammer drip pull, we will see which one it is. And it looks like another set of Lameli.
And that is Lenmos down.
And crystal number 4 for FEARAgent. Melissa Angel YT in chat asking how many times can a boss appear in Randomizer? So if it's the normal boss shuffle, we use the same number of bosses: 2 Armos Knights, 2 Lameli, 2 Trolldorms, and then 1 of all the Dark World bosses. But the thing is, this is Chaos boss shuffle, which means we can throw however many bosses we want in there. So if you want 5 Trinexes, you just might get 5 Trinexes. But we do get Mothula and Swamp.
Yep. And if you do get 5 Trinexes, you're probably going to be hating life a little bit.
Yep, and now FEARAgent is going to head into Swamp and take care of that moth that we know is waiting for him at the back of the Swamp Palace.
Yep. Not a bad arena to fight Mothula in, really. No hazards, no tricks, just you and a moth.
Technically, any boss room, other than the one Mothula is intended to be fought in, is actually better than the one he's intended to be fought in.
The only question I would have would be a Moldom arena, because Moldom arenas are just generally terrible.
I've been thinking about that because I have seen a bunch of items, or a bunch of like Randomizer from the 2v2 Mystery Seed tournament, and I think the times that I saw Mothula, I think Mothula stays on the pretty much in the floor area. I don't think he goes outside of the floor.
No, but remember the knockback could send you off the edge if you're not careful.
Oh, right, there's that. Alright, well, while we're an hour in, as we're seeing both runners backtrack through dungeons we've already seen, please be sure to get both FEARAgent and oneup40 follows on Twitch. They are putting on quite the show for us tonight, and certainly deserve your follows.
They deserve your follows, and as well, make sure to follow Speed Gaming 1 through 5, or 1 through 6, and ALTTP Randomizer 1 through 5. Without their help, we wouldn't be able to bring this to you.
And blink and you miss it, that moth is dead.
A very, very rapid fight. And FEARAgent starting to pull ahead of oneup with that bomb bust medallion.
Just have to finish off Meyer and Turtle Rock, and then we'll be making our way to Ganon's Tower.
Yep. Very, very fast seed for Fear. And oneup getting dead rocked as well.
You know, even in Randomizer, you never realize how much you hate those dead rocks until you actually get dead rocked.
Very true. Mushroom and Ice Palace as foretold by the hint tile.
I honestly don't remember where the big key was to know if this was a God Mire or not. I don't think it was.
Unfortunately, I don't recall either. But I remember that they didn't have to do the cutscene room.
It wasn't a God Mire. I do remember, I think we found both items before we had to do either cutscene room or the big chest. So chat also reminding us that there is still that 1 in 22 chance that the GT big key is locked behind the boots, and we may still have to find those boots.
Yep, so we might want to see that, but I know that neither FEARAgent or oneup is going to want to see it.
Okay, there's the big key. Alright. One Up did Meyer without the lamp, so we're about to see what nastiness he had to deal with in the dark.
In the basement here, it probably wasn't anything too terrible. It was nothing, it looks like. Well, that
Helix is
Hynax.
certainly not nothing.
Yeah, to deal with 2 Hinoxes here. 2 Hinoxes, that's not very nice.
Boots can be on the pedestal for those asking in chat.
Yep, it'd be nasty, but it could happen.
We know the Quake medallion is on the Desert Torch, so we know Desert isn't Boots locked. Ooh, One Up's about to head up to Zora and get that Bombos medallion.
Good for him. It'll start pulling him in the right direction.
And actually, looking at their crystal count, FEARAgent's going to be a little bit ahead of oneup40, but we're about to get to a point where both runners are going to be at crystal number 6.
Crystal number 7, you mean?
6, we still got to do Turtle Rock.
Oh, right. They'll be in the dungeon for crystal number 7.
Yep. FEARAgent is going to be first. Well, I said that until he makes his way to the witch's hut to get some potions. But 1 hour, 8 minutes, 11 seconds, oneup40 is in go mode.
Yes, sir. Now it's just going to be an execution race through Turtle Rock.
And One Up, why do you need the flute? Oh, why do you need that flute? Where are you going? Oh, he's going to get potions too.
Not a bad play. I mean, they only got green mail and they're not flush on hearts.
I was hoping for some pretty active sync on this Turtle Rocket dungeon. I want a neck-and-neck race. I'm gonna be selfish about this. Alright, so Fear is going to be first into Turtle Rock. Alright. Compass in the first chest, meaning we're gonna have to find at least one small key That's not pretty.
That's not a useful hint, but it's not going to mean anything. Oh, slightly missed the hook shot on that torch.
Gets it done, though.
Yep.
Alright, there's the big key. So the second key... It's gonna be... I think... There has to be a second key on... in the chain chomp room, which would mean burn a key to get a key in, the vanilla big key chest. More Henoxes!
This seed has been happy with Henoxes lately. Oh, fairly easy room, even though the Henox is here. No chain chop is easy.
Yeah, that's the thing about Randomizer. Sometimes it makes the trap rooms immensely harder, and sometimes it makes them so much simpler. Both runners have got to be careful with health. Only 2 hearts left. They all got potions, so should be fine. And one up having to use one of them. FEARAgent using one of his reds.
Green mail is not very nice.
And there we go. And actually, with getting that big key, we don't even need to worry about Laser Bridge. Once they get down to the 3rd basement, they're going to be right on their way to the boss.
Yes, sir. Nice and easy fight.
Actually, you can skip the big key. FEARAgent could skip the big key chest. You just have to go through that door. And you would end up in the room with the big key door. Well, we get literacy for our troubles.
Not very useful here, though.
Oh, and FEARAgent having some problems with those rollers means one up is catching up to FEARAgent.
This is not. They're in the same room. This is great. Same room, same game state.
Strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. This race is getting very interesting. And we do have, as Dr. Amamine in chat pointing out, there's still that 1 in 22 possibility that the GT Big Key could be on the torch. And after we take care of this Argus, we're going to be making our way into Ganon's Tower. Alright, both runners are taking care of Argus as we speak. FEARAgent's a little bit ahead, but going to be into phase 2. Alright, that's it. FEARAgent has Argus down. That is crystal number 7. So, there are 22 locations where that Ganon's Tower big key can be in the basement of Ganon's Tower. We like to play a little guessing game where we guess the number between 1 and 22 where we think that big key can be. If you want to play and get a chance to be on our leaderboard, you have to have donated 250 bits or subscribed to one of our 6 speed gaming channels. But you better fast, because we're almost to Ganon's Tower. Claymore 729! What is your guess?
I'm gonna guess 8. I like seeing it in the fireball room. I've never been right yet, but one of these days I will be.
I'm guessing 3 because I want to see it on that torch.
You're a cruel man.
Sometimes I can be cruel. And Shadow Me Rex just to subscribe to our channel with the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you very much. You now can be in the guessing game and get on that leaderboard.
We're going to cut it off as FEARAgent enters Ganon's Tower, and we will be counting the chest off of FEARAgent's screen because he was the first one to enter Ganon mode.
Well, number 1 is going to be that GT big key, and it's just $20 for finding that big key.
Yep.
But yes,
no joy on the torch.
But you are right. We are going to be going off of FEARAgent. So even though we see the $300 in the swag net on OneUp side, that is not the numbers we're guessing. And well, OneUp has to go left because of no key there. So fine, that totally is fine because now chest number 2, small key 3, $300 4, small key 5, compass.
So it turns out 6 is going to be the... No, he's going to dip out, and he's going to go right now.
Ooh, we're getting some Dark Magician-y strats on FEARAgent's side.
That is an interesting play.
So that's 6 and 7 sequentially. And as Dr. Amamine yells for FEARAgent to do the towel room, FEARAgent precisely does not do the towel room. Oh! Oh! There's that big key in the double firebar room. OneUp is on his way to the gauntlet.
Nailed it. Just the wrong number, but...
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's a thought that counts. But unfortunately, this does mean that FEARAgent is going to be falling behind every moment he's not diving that double firebar room.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate.
8 triple bombs, 9 spread shield, 10 map, 11 part piece. Alright, so that will be... So now that he decides to go back left, that's going to be...
It looks like it's going to be 12.
Yeah. Now, we can't do that officially until we actually see him open that chest, you know, in case he decides to be really wild and just completely skip double firebar room for no apparent reason. But, hey...
Reasons unknown.
That's why we have to wait until it's official. Just like at 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 15 seconds, oneup40 is officially in the gauntlet. Made a lot easier because this is Randomizer, and not the madness that it usually is a normal gauntlet. As I say that, there's a Hinox again. I really need to learn to, you know, be careful about what I say.
This seed has really liked Hinox lately. There we go.
Alright, Fear Agent chugs a red potion, and there's number 12.
Cursing Cupcakes, congratulations, you got it right.
You are the first sub supporter to correctly guess, so you get added to our leaderboard.
But unfortunately, that puts Fear Agent not insurmountably far back, but it gives oneup40 a lead.
Ooh, swing and a miss on oneup. We got a 1-2-1 count. Full count. And there we go. You know, usually now about the times I comment in a randomizer race about how satisfying it is to use the Cane of Samaria in these rooms here, but you know, those Gibdos had to go and just ruin that.
Yep. Mummies ruin everything.
They do. They really do ruin everything. Oh, right as I see a chain chomp.
Oh.
That is not fun at all.
Nope.
Oh, there's a
spike. The spike of disrespect.
The last Randomizer I had the big spike there, and not fun at all trying to get past that. But iframes it through, and gonna be making... oneup is gonna make his way up to floor 6 here shortly.
Ooh. Unfortunately, it takes a spill with no more fairies to back him up.
All right.
40 about to take down Vitreous now.
You were saying about enemies that can be particularly nasty in the Trolldorm arena.
Yeah, you got to be real careful with Vitreous's lightning blast. They can easily knock you off the ledge.
All right, down goes Vitty.
Oh!
And oneup steals Vitreous's last possession for a blue mail, and chat pointing out oneup only has 3 arrows left.
But with the shovel, he can dig them up at the base of the pyramid.
He could, but that could give Fear Agent the chance to come back in this race.
It could. That would be great.
Which we will find out shortly after the Geometry Wars.
Oh, that was almost a double.
Just a single, though. And they hit at the same time, so that's also a single.
Not being the nicest today.
And just 4 singles so far.
Upset by geometry. There we go.
6 singles in a row, and it is time for the big pig. Alright, Chloe Prower in chat bringing up a point that oneup could use 3 arrows and then just do 3 sword spins silverless to do it. Probably would be faster than trying to go mine for arrows, and that is what he's gonna do. He's just dropping in.
Yep.
Alright, 2 cycle for phase 2, but nice setup for phase 2 here. I meant phase 1 earlier, sorry.
Teleporter.
You know what's interesting as I'm rewatching FEARAgent doing Lambo 2 is we basically had probably 2 of the enemies that would drain the most silver arrows in GT with Lambo 2 and Vitreous. So there's one. Does get the torch glitch.
Nice catch.
Alright, gets a double, so that's it. So
One
now
more.
just 3 sword spins,
Yep.
and that will do it. Now 2. Just 1 more to go, and that will do
Got
it.
him.
Alright, just have to walk through the door, and oneup40 finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 30 seconds. 31 seconds, sorry. Spam those GGs in chat.
Very, very nice.
Alright, so we are gonna see FEARAgent now in making his way up to the 6th floor here shortly.
Oh, bullied off the ledge on the spike.
Right into the 6th floor, and
Unfortunately, oneup telling us that he's not mic'd right now, but he is in Twitch chat if you want to ask him some questions.
alright. So we actually have oneup also in our Discord chat. I asked him about the fact that he was low on arrows, and he said that
Oh, FEARAgent taking unfortunate death at Vitreous. That's going to put him way far back.
Yes, press F to pay respects.
And actually, it does look like we are getting a forfeit from FEARAgent at this point in time.
Yeah. I think, unfortunately, with he at this point, FEARAgent knows that he has lost to oneup, and failing the dying to Vidya. I can understand that there.
Yeah, that was a brutal place to fall. That was a closely fought race between these two runners.
Yeah, and all right. Looks like we are gonna get FEARAgent here in chat from. And joining us in chat is FEARAgent. GG.
GG.
Unfortunately, oneup does not have a mic, so he'll unfortunately won't be able to join us in there. Gotta say, it was pretty much a jet seat almost.
Yeah, if you went to the right spots. Like, I never went into the Village Broadcast at all.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was
actually-
hoping oneup didn't do that, but apparently he did.
Well,
Same thing.
so actually, you were the first one into go mode, and right as you were finishing up Meyer was when oneup was actually making his way to Zora to get the Bombos medallion. So, you guys were pretty much neck and neck all the way through Turtle Rock. It was only the failed Dark Magician strats, which was what put One Up in the lead going into the gauntlet.
Yeah, I've been watching the restream. It was, I don't know. I just don't know.
It was a well fought scene from both of you. One Up actually broke logic to get the hook shot, which you tried to do, but you got pushed back by the bad enemy pattern.
Yeah, I just didn't know what was going on. Like, those dark rooms are easy to navigate, and then you have enemies that you don't know. Normally they're bats, but they could be anything. And all of a sudden I was getting pushed around, and I had no idea what was going on. So
yeah, so bailing on that until you get the lamp is not a bad idea. It's just that One Up was able to do it, but he didn't really capitalize on having that hook shot.
yeah, I hate seeds that you don't get boots in. My least favorite thing to do. You feel so slow doing everything, and I was in go mode pretty early, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, coming from seeds where you do have boots to just walking in a snail space.
Like, I go moded Ice Palace, Swamp, and Mire, and it felt like it took me about an hour to do all three of those.
Yeah.
Both of you got double dead rocked trying to get through Ice Palace.
Yeah, Ice Palace was not nice. There was that room where they have the penguins. It's like the one with the little button you push, and it had a chain chomp and a roller and a bunch of stuff. That was not a nice room.
That was not, but such is Randomizer.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking when I picked Randomizer. I don't know. I just feel like so far behind. I don't know how I qualified for this tournament. I'm in the last sextile, so everyone picks before me, and I just feel like my execution was so bad today. Like, especially in Cannon's Tower, getting out of, like, I feel like you get into rhythms, and then Randomizer just throws all of those rhythms off, and so I just was so bad. The seed wasn't very nice to us either. It didn't give us a lot of health. It gave us the tempered, but it didn't have a lot of health and green mail. So
that's true. I mean, we only found the blue mail on the last chest before the agate 2.
Yeah, that blue mail coming out of Mold Over 2 was about the cautious place for it.
And my routing, the Dark Magician strat and GT, that was, that ended up being a really bad decision. But
I mean,
I don't know.
Is that how you would normally route GT?
No, I just really wanted to see if I needed the boots or not.
Yeah, that was the one thing we kept pointing out, was that it may have been the boots. I mean, we never found them, so.
Yeah, I feel like if I had, I even questioned myself, because I killed the enemies in that room, in the Stalfos room, and was going to go forward, but usually I don't do that unless I have 4 keys. I had 3, so I don't know. I don't know. That's how I feel. I don't know.
If it makes you feel any better, FEARAgent, I didn't even bother running the qualifier because I knew I wasn't going to get to the group stages. So you've at least done better than me, for whatever that is worth.
Yeah. I just, One Up's a really good runner, and every one of these runners in the tournament are really good. And I squeaked in somehow, and I've got to play like really well to have a chance. And I didn't play well enough today. And I think from now on, I'm not going to pick anything I'm not comfortable with, like Randomizer. I thought it could be an equalizer, and we did have a close race, but it ended up biting me in the end. And what's funny is One Up, our first race, I actually won that one, and he won this one. So that third one's going to be really interesting.
Yeah, especially because for those that may not know, we randomized that one. You guys, each runner gets one veto, but after that, yeah, it's totally at Rando's mercy.
Yeah, I already know what I want to veto, so I mean, I'll tell you, I don't want to do swordless, so that's going to be my veto if he doesn't veto that. I'll do key sanity. Right. I'll do Randomizer. I just do not want to do swordless.
All right. Well, any final thoughts from either OneUp or FEARAgent?
Yeah, I'm lucky to be here. I guess that's how I feel right now. Lucky to be here.
All right. Well, again, please be sure to give both FEARAgent and OneUp follows on Twitch. They gave us quite the entertaining race tonight. We also want to give a special shout out to our tracker Vince Eastern, keeping track of all the items that we found throughout the race. Claymore, this is the first time commentating with you. It was certainly a pleasure to have you in the booth.
It was a pleasure to be working with you, Jex.
And with that, we do have one other race going on SG2. We have Jet versus JP with basically a key sanity run. Tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, we have Korak versus Dustin, where we've got Old Dungeons key sanity. And at 10:30 on the main Speed Gaming channel, we've got Data World versus Nim Band. We've got Old Dungeons hard mode. And we got a Sonic Cam and Someone 325 Speed Gaming 2, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. We got Randomizer, and we also got swordless.
Oh, that's not a fun combination.
Yeah, keep me away from that. I want nothing to do with that.
All right. Well, again, thank you to both of our runners. Thank you to the tracker. Thank you to all the Speed Gaming staff and the volunteers that put on this tournament. We have a lot of people behind the scene that makes this all possible for you all on Twitch, and we certainly want to thank each and every one of them. That's going to wrap it up for us tonight, and we will see you all next mission.
Yeah, that's Super Metroid, not Link to the Past, but yes, we will see you next mission.